Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCraft. Another very beautiful Sunday morning, and yet we're back with our predictions right on this very channel. Exactly what we do on a daily basis. Always looking at football matches that is happening across the globe. Making our bodies on these games and also bringing it forward for you. Okay, making it easier. Always identifying good opportunities. For success in this endeavor. So we have our games already lined up today, and in a short while we're doing that. Yesterday we had 7 games correctly out of the 10 that we predicted, and we expect to do, better today. And do not talk with today's games, all right? Some of them are having big odds, and some of them are having small odds, but, they are games that are well looked into, and, they are likely opportunities for success, all right? So we'll be looking at these matches, and we'll be making our bets on each of them. And before then, we'll be asking those of us who are coming across our video for the first time that are yet to subscribe to take our time to hit the subscription button right now so that you don't miss out on our games that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. All right, that being said, without further ado, let's head to the business of today, and we'll be starting with the very first match for today. It is a match in Spanish Liga where we'll have Sevilla who will be hosting FC Barcelona. Okay, looking at for Sevilla, they've had just one victory in the last 6 matches, and they've had 3 draws as well as 2 losses. But Barcelona, on the other hand, have been doing well, having had 4 wins and 2 draws in the last 6 games that they have so far. And also noting the fact that Madrid and Atletico Madrid had a draw yesterday, and Barcelona will be looking to exploit this very opportunity to get closer to Madrid. They'll be looking to win this very match to move up closer, and in this very encounter, we definitely expect to see Barcelona their way side taking the victory against this very side. Also, remember, last time they met with Sevilla, we saw Barcelona beating this very side by 5 goals to 1. So it is Barcelona to win out on that very encounter. That's what we expect, okay? And the next game we have for you is in Italian Serie A, where we have Lazio who will be facing Monza. Okay, and Lazio, the home side, have won 3 games in the last 6 matches, and away side Monza managed just 1 win, but have lost 5 games out of the last 6 encounters. And we could see also that Monza in the last 5 away games that they had, so them losing all 5 aways on the 5 games from the road. All right, they don't do so very well when playing from away, and Lazio will be looking to capitalize on this and snatch victory against this Monza side. So it is the home side that we expect to win on that very occasion. All right, that's home win for that very match. And the next game we have for you today is in Dutch Eredivisie, where we'll have Utrecht who will be facing Almere City. Okay, and have from our records we'll see that Utrecht have been doing very well. Recent times have won 5 matches the last 10 home games, and Almere City have not been able to achieve any victory in the last 10 away games that they have so far. They've actually had 3 draws, but have lost 7 games out of those. But we saw the likes of we saw Utrecht also doing so very well, between the likes of 20 and doing very well in recent games, and we will expect them to capitalize in this opportunity. Also noting the fact that last time both teams met, it was Utrecht who won from away. On that occasion, that was in December of last year. We saw Utrecht beating this side by 3 goals to 1, and in this very one, we will definitely expect Utrecht to rise to the occasion and achieve a result against this very side that they're usually beating. So it is Utrecht to win, the home side to win. That's what we expect. And the next that we have for you is in Turkey Super League, where we have Antalyaspor who will facing Istanbul Başakşehir. On this one, we could say that both teams are teams that score lots of goals and also concede as well. And looking at the Başakşehir last week game that they had, we saw them losing out to Antalyaspor by 5 goals to 4. They score a lot of goals as well as conceding. Against Galatasaray, they had a 2-2 draw where they, in the last second to the last 10 away games. And when we look at all of the head-to-head performance, we'll see that the last time they met, it was also Başakşehir who won by 5 goals to 2. That tells you that this very fixture produced lots of goals, and in this very one, we will definitely go for goals in this one, and we expect to see a minimum of 3 goals in this very one. So another 2.5, that's our value for that very encounter. All right, minimum of 3 goals in that very one, and that takes us to the next game that we have for you. It is in Portuguese League, where we have Sporting Braga who will be facing Gil Vicente. And Braga is in fine form at the moment, having won 5 games in the last 6 games that they have so far. And Gil Vicente have managed 2 victories and 2 draws, as well as 2 losses in the last 6 games that they have so far. All right, Braga Also, it's good to note that Braga have actually won 6 games in the last 10 home matches, and we see that the last 3 home games that they had, sort of winning all 3 home games, and sort of beating the likes of Lazio from home. That tells you how good this side is when playing from home. And Gil Vicente lost out to ABS in the last away game that they had, and they've managed just 3 victories in the last 10 away games, and also 2 draws, but have lost 5 games. And we do expect to see the home side Sporting Braga picking the spoils in this one, and it is the home side to win out shortly. That's our verdict for that very encounter. All right, the next game we'll have also is in the Portuguese league. We'll have a Casa Pia who will be facing Estrela. Okay, and Casa Pia, the home side, is a side that actually done very well playing from home, having lost just 1 game in the last 10 home matches. They've actually won 5. They've had 4 draws, but have lost just 1 in the last 10 home appearances. But Estrela, their away side, have managed 1 win and 2 draws in the last 10 away games, but have also lost 7 matches. All right, when you put all that together, Casa Pia is actually expected to rise to the occasion. Haven't seen them beating the likes of Benfica in the last match. We saw them defeating Benfica by 3-1 on that occasion. That tells you it's not a team to write off easily, and so we do expect to see a win for Casa Pia in this one. Home win, that's what we expect for that very encounter. Okay, and the next game that we have takes us to Belgium, where we'll have Kortrijk will be up against Union Saint-Gilloise. All right, Kortrijk in the last 6 have managed just 2 draws, but have lost 4 matches. And Union Saint-Gilloise have had 5 victories and 1 loss in the last 6 games. All right, that tells you that the away side is in red hot form at the moment. And also on head-to-head basis, you can see that out of the 10 meetings for both sides, Union have actually won 9 times out of 10, and Kortrijk have managed just 1 victory against this very side the last 10 meetings. And in recent times, you can see that for Kortrijk, the home side, they've actually lost 4 home matches in a row, and the last 4 home games that they had, sort of losing all 4. And Union Saint-Gilloise, on the other hand, have actually won 5 games in the last 10 away match. They've lost 2 games and had 3 draws as well. But we do expect to see them winning in this one. Union Saint-Gilloise are side to win out shortly. That's on Friday, and that's what we expect for that very game. And the next that we have for you is in England Championship, where we'll have a Bristol City who will be facing Swansea City. Okay, and the information in this very encounter is the fact that Swansea City have actually lost 5 games in a row. The last 5 away matches that they had saw them losing all 5 games. So in this very one, Bristol City, on the other hand, have actually been able to achieve 5 victories in the last 10 home matches. In the last 5 home games that they had, sort of winning 4 and losing just 1. So it tells you that this is a side that does very well, when playing from home. And that loss was actually in the match against Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton plays in the English top flight Premier League. And in this very one, we definitely expect, Bristol City to take the day in this one, having seen Swansea City losing all 5 away recent games. So it is the home side to take the spoils. That's what we expect. Home win. That's a verdict. And the next that we have is in German Bundesliga 2, where we have Köln facing Schalke 04. And without spending so much time, we know that both teams score a lot of goals. And in this one, we expect to see a minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very encounter. And over 2.5, that's what we expect for that very game. Okay, and the last game that we have is in Italian Serie B, where we have Spezia who will facing Palermo. And looking at the recent games of both sides, we could establish the fact that both teams scores a lot of goals, and we'll go for a safer option in this one, and we expect to see a minimum of 2 goals appearing in this very encounter. It is an over 1.5. That's what we expect for that very game. And that brings our projects for you today on BetCraft to a conclusion. I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes. Also remember to play responsibly. All right, these are football matches. Only pointing out the possible success areas in this one. So all right, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be coming up with our predictions on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until that time, keep winning.